Cherubim are celestial beings. They appear in various religious texts. These include Christian, Jewish, and Islamic scriptures. They are often depicted as majestic figures. They act as throne bearers for God. They are guardians of His presence. Their symbolism is deeply rooted. We find this in biblical texts. They embody the divine. They are intermediaries between realms. Their presence evokes awe and wonder. They remind us of the divine order. This order governs the universe. Cherubim are beings of great power and importance. They are not confined to a single tradition. They appear in different forms. However, their core function remains consistent. They are guardians of the sacred. They are messengers of the divine. They are symbols of God's power and glory. The Bible offers vivid descriptions of cherubim in Genesis and Ezekiel. In Genesis, they guard the Garden of Eden after the fall of Adam and Eve. They prevent access to the tree of life. This shows their role as protectors of God's creation. Ezekiel's vision is more detailed. He describes them as living creatures with multiple faces and wings. They have features of a lion, ox, and eagle. They move with the cloud of God's glory. Associated with fire, wheels, and thunder, they are dynamic, not static. They actively carry out God's will. Cherubim are often associated with sacred spaces. They guard these spaces. This is a consistent theme in Scripture. They guarded the Garden of Eden. They guarded the Ark of the Covenant. They guarded the Holy of Holies. This was the most sacred space in the tabernacle and temple. Their presence signifies God's presence. Where they are, God is. They mark a boundary. This boundary separates the profane from the sacred. They are not there to intimidate. They are there to protect. They protect the sanctity of these holy places. Their role extends beyond physical protection. They also represent spiritual protection. They are mediators between God and humanity. They carry out God's judgment. They offer intercession for the faithful. Their presence is a reminder of God's holiness. The Ark of the Covenant is a prime example. It housed the Ten Commandments. 2 golden cherubim adorned its cover. This cover was called the mercy seat. This symbolized God's presence dwelling between the cherubim. This imagery highlights the significance of their role. They are intimately connected with God's grace and judgment. Section 4. Unveiling the image, appearance, and symbolism of the cherubim. The appearance of cherubim is often awe-inspiring. They are depicted with multiple wings and multiple faces. This represents their multifaceted nature. They are not bound by earthly limitations. They embody the fullness of God's creation. The 4 faces are particularly symbolic. The face of a man represents intelligence and reason. The face of a lion represents strength and courage. The face of an ox represents service and perseverance. The face of an eagle represents vision and spiritual aspiration. Their wings are also significant. They symbolize their mobility and their ability to transcend earthly limitations. They can soar to heavenly heights. The number of wings varies in different depictions, emphasizing their otherworldly nature. The cherubim's features are not merely decorative, they convey deep theological truths. They remind us of God's multifaceted nature. He is all-knowing, all-powerful, and ever-present. The cherubim embody these attributes and reflect God's glory. Artistic interpretations of cherubim vary across cultures and time periods. However, their core symbolism remains consistent. They represent the divine, the celestial, and the guardians of the sacred. They inspire awe and wonder, reminding us of the majesty of God. Section 5. Theological Significance. Interpreting the role of cherubim. Cherubim hold a significant place in theological discourse. They are not merely decorative figures. They are integral to understanding the relationship between God and humanity. They offer insights into the nature of the divine. Some theologians view cherubim as the highest order of angels. They are closest to God and enjoy an intimate relationship with Him. They are privy to His secrets, serving as His messengers and carrying out His will. Others see them as representations of God's attributes. They embody His wisdom, power, and love. They are extensions of His being, manifesting His presence in the created world. The cherubim's role in both the Old and New Testaments highlights their continued significance. They are guardians of the sacred, messengers of the divine, and reminders of God's power and glory. Their presence in Scripture challenges us to contemplate the nature of the divine and consider our place in the cosmic order. They remind us that we are part of something greater than ourselves, part of a divine plan.